What is up YouTube, and welcome back to another RiftGuides WildRift video. Today we're going to talk about 12 item changes, one new item, the entire patch 5.1 preview, 3 new champions, Maokai, Viego and Kalista. Every change will be in this video, so make sure to watch it, and we'll start with the patch preview.
Hey friends, David here. We've been teasing the shadow and mist that are about to sweep over the rift for some time now. And finally, we get to lift the veil of fog and tell you about patch 5.1. A major change this year for WildRift is us doubling down on the rich lore of League of Legends.
Is anyone of you a lore enjoyer?
Into the world of Runeterra from day one.
Curious.
And taking center stage this time around will be the mysterious Shadow Isles. We'll dive deeper into the happenings of Rune Nation, who its major players were, and explore some untold stories. Unlike our past patches, where each story was more of a one-shot, this time we expect each event to build from one to the next. And outside of events and stories, you will also explore new gameplay changes, and decked out in misty themes, and soak up amazing Shadow Isles content. So to help shed some light through this shadowy fog, we invited Paul to tell us more about WildRift patch 5.1 Beyond Rune Nation.
So events, okay.
Thanks, David. I'm
Cool
Paul,
transition.
Director of Creative Game Production for League Studio. I want to tell you a bit more about how we incorporated the League of Legends Ruination story into this upcoming patch. The Ruination is a pivotal moment in the history of Runeterra and explains the origins of many beloved League of Legends champions. We've been working on many different ways to merge our rich lore into the game, and over the next couple of weeks, we will learn about the mysterious Blessed Isles and the thrilling, tragic, and potential
Is this
fates
already-
of many champions during the Ruination.
Like, do people already know this? Or is this like new kind of stuff? Does anyone know? Because I think Necrit is the one that does the lore videos. And if this isn't old news, then he will be very much hyped about this, right?
Saga. The patch will follow 3 acts, each triggered by the release of a new champion. Starting us off is the once proud and noble Camavoran general, Kalista, now known as the Spear of Vengeance. But how did she get there? What role did she play in the downfall of the Blessed Isle?
So a quick explanation as you watch this. So if you auto-attack on Kalista, you would use your movement stick to jump towards where you want to be next. Because Kalista can move while attacking. Like, you attack and then you jump. Like, look.
And could she have
Jump,
changed its fate?
jump,
Well,
jump. Every auto-attack of hers applies like a little spear into the
you also discover
heart of the
as
enemy.
Kalista
And then she
joins the
can
fight.
rend them.
Leading the second charge is Viego, the Ruined King.
But don't worry,
Our
there'll be a
brooding
video
and
about
brutal
this champion.
monarch is ready to
So
extend his
you don't have
reign
to
onto
worry.
the Rift. Find success on the battlefield using Viego's powers of the Black Mist to close in on enemies and possess those who dare to cross your path. And maybe, by the end of the event, you will come to understand our heartbroken ruler better. Ringing in the final act of the patch is the twisted treant, Maokai. Maokai's background has always proven somewhat of a mystery to most, and we want to use the final phase of the patch to add some color to our treant's quest towards restoring the Blessed Isles. But our new champs aren't the only ones haunting the Rift.
Step onto the WildRift app and you will embark on the same journey that Kalista is on during her quest. We have restyled the in-app atmosphere system to transfer you right onto the Daggerhawk sailing towards the Blessed Isles. And this theme, well, it follows through even in-game, where the mist of the Shadow Isles will be creeping through the lanes. Now this is also more than just ambiance, as the shadows have impacted the game itself. During this patch, items will be categorized into Radiant and Shadow. Radiant items will focus on protection or utility, such as Horizon's Focus, while Shadow items will be riskier to play. But
Don't worry, like, I'll have all the items. Obviously it's translated from Chinese, so the translations aren't perfect later in this video, so
they might
don't
have a
worry,
bigger
every rune,
payoff,
every item.
just like Infinity Edge. These item changes will affect all game modes, so pop into the shop during your next match.
Look
and
at the
make
attack
your
speed.
choice. For more detailed info, please
Look.
tune in into our patch notes.
That's gonna be fun.
Summoner's Rift isn't the only place where we have dialed up the mist. For Act 1, we are introducing a new wave defense game mode, Final Stand. Your first foray into the mode will be alongside Kalista, where you'll be fighting for her life in a recreation of one of her most infamous battles.
PvE mode,
So the
we
game
all love
modes,
that on
they'll
PC.
help you to learn more about Commander Callista from the battlefield. But we wanted to use this patch to show you that she is so much more than just a great warrior. Across the 3 acts, you will collect and unlock stories in different visual formats, let you learn even more about her backstory and see her from a fresh lens. Log on to the events across the patch and earn your story bits, and once you unlock them, they will be stored in your library forever to be rewatched at your leisure. There are more new and exciting things headed your
So, quick break. I think this is a great thing for anyone who just really enjoys lore and the story. But let's just be honest for 1 second. Tell me, like anyone like who's listening right now, do you truly care a lot about lore? Because I can imagine from the mobile aspect or the mobile community, I think they might care less about lore than, for example, PC players. I might be completely wrong with this assumption. It's just a random shot into the darkness. So if you are like a lore enjoyer, like as I asked earlier, just tell me, because I really do not see the appeal of that one.
your way. And to get a rundown of the gameplay updates, let's hand it to our product lead, John.
Finally, gameplay.
Thanks, David. Oh, hey friends, John here. Our favorite gunslinger, Misfortune, will be getting a new passive that makes it easier for her to double tap her enemies. Her passive will now post stacks on her targets while she's dealing damage, and collected stacks will deal bonus damage with Misfortune's abilities and basic attacks. And for
So hold up, so we basically buffed Misfortune 90 times. And then we changed it like this? How does that make any... Like, what is this passive supposed to do? How is it scaling? How is it better than the current version of Misfortune's passive? You just need to auto-attack once and it's procced. Even your Q also... I don't really... What's the purpose of this?
barrel laners who like to show off, we've extended Riven's
Riven ult number 1.
killing an enemy, make that kill really worth it.
You get a Riven ult reset. Really? So you're telling me, hey, there's too much damage in the game. The power creep is too insane. There are very toxic game mechanics in the game with Nexus shields, Omega, Giga bounties. You get punished for playing well, you get punished by your teammates playing worse, and you add more damage into the game, making the game even more coin flip. Because apparently Riven wasn't satisfying to play, so we just spam ultimate. Is this Mobile Legends?
Plus, we are making Rune's
Hey, it's the Jax
weapons
rework.
faster, even more lethal.
Hello.
Jax ultimate will now deal AoE damage immediately and gain armor and magic resistance based on the number of enemies hit. And lastly, Master E is always
the
looking
Master
to
E
sharpen
rework.
his mind and his body. To assist him, we are upgrading Meditate to allow E to combine the ability with attacks, so he can strike, meditate, and strike again.
Yeah, but it's not the one with the low cooldown on Meditate.
The barren lane can be lonely and treacherous, so we've decided to offer you a friend for the journey. The alcove will now come with a magic circle where you can summon an Ixtal Moss Thumper to help you in whatever your endeavors might be. They will also deal extra damage to turrets. We can't wait to see the strategies you come up with for you and your.
So top lane is already infamous for being very, very unbalanced in matchup sense, right? So I really do wonder, how strong is this pet gonna be and if it's doing anything? Oh, by the way, just as a teaser, Hullbreaker's getting removed.
Pass rate. As always, the new patch also brings in new seasons for Ranked and Wild Pass. Ranked Season 13
that's why we
will
buffed
start
Braum.
mid-April
I
with a snazzy
see.
Braum skin as a reward. The new
Looks cool,
Wild
though.
Pass will sate your hunger for more food spirits with Fizz and make your battles even harder with Infernal Shade. This patch is all about the Shadow Isles with plenty of events, pulling you even deeper into the lore of Callista and Viego. But like always, there will be plenty of events surrounding other happenings, such as Pride. Like every year, we want to celebrate every shade of the WildRift community. Let them shine with us for Pride 2024. To finish off this magically messy patch on a high, let's take a look at all our new skins. Train your penmanship, refine your art skill, or duke it out in the Tournament of Souls, wherever your talents take you.
New skins, okay. That one is a banger. Okay, but like we already have one of the most insane skins for Volibear, right? So if they add this thing, like that, there needs to be a prestige version, because look at this. It looks so bad in comparison, no? This one looks really good though. Like really good. Oh, hello, Karma. That's a cute one. Not too shabby. Okay, Callista. Oh, that one is a banger as well. Yeah, that is Jonathan. That's Cap. Gwen gets another skin. Viego. Oh yeah, Katie Viego. What is this? Oh, Katie Hackerim. The sounds of this skin are amazing. It's Chroma. Yeah, it's Chroma Crash. That looks. It's a Gragusi skin. Finally, we have waited too long for this. Zeri? Not quite sure if I'm a fan. A Kale skin. It looks too good for the champion strength. That one looks nice. Okay, wait. Sorry. So, look at the dragon. Okay, look at the dragon. So the dragon looks okay, right? But now look at the model. The human model looks 50 times better. I feel scammed. Immortal Journey talent, nice. Meow guy. He's throwing cats.
That's it for patch 5.1 Beyond Ruination. We can't wait for y'all to experience this new era of thematic patches for WildRift, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. As the patch moves forward, please look to our patch notes for more details. Thank you so much for supporting WildRift. Please share your high scores on Final Stand. And as always, see you on the Rift.
Cool video, but one issue, I haven't seen anything about matchmaking or anything of the bigger problems of the game. However, there's a lovely Chose video showcasing everything about runes, so we'll just take a look at that one. As you see, let me whip out the epic pen here for a second. You will notice something, right? You will notice something. Do you see this? Do you see Kraken Slayer anywhere? Kraken Slayer is gone. Crab Rave. So we have this new rune, this new rune, this new rune, and this new rune here. We'll get everything explained to you, so do not worry. But yeah, we have 4 new runes, and some changes to another rune, like here. But yeah, that is kind of it for the runes. And yeah, Kraken Slayer gone. So now let's take a look at the rest of the video, because it's a really good one. Chow's or Chowzi is really popping off. Okay, and here we have all the item changes. All of them here. Apparently this is buffed. And this here has a drawback now, has drawback. But first, we have press the attack. He also says it replaces the Kraken Slayer rune, and what it does is you need to hit an enemy for multiple times, 3 times, with an ability that is similar to Ezreal Q, which is also counted as an auto attack. And then you see a stack here. And then upon hitting 3 stacks, then you'll deal bonus damage. This one has a 6 to 20 second cooldown. So look, stack number 1, stack number 2, and stack number 3. And now the damage the target takes is increased by a percentage. And now everyone hitting this target will deal more damage. It's very good on people with auto attack resets, so keep that in mind. And yeah, it doesn't really add true damage, but it just amplifies every damage taken. So, yeah. Arcane Comet. You hurl out a comet that deals damage. That's it. Boom. You see it's quite big, it's quite large, the area you're hitting the enemy with, not too bad. And, by the way, this stacking mechanic. With the translation, I don't think it makes proper sense. But yeah, I think there might be like a little mini game, or I don't really know. However, you just hit a spell and you throw a comet at somebody. Like, just imagine it as Airy that deals more damage, but can be dodged. This one is just dealing, like after using an ability, you deal a burst of extra damage on your next attack. Yeah, it's basically a very cookie cutter, right? And range champions, well, too bad, you only gain a 70% benefit from this. It's very nice that Chowzi does this. And this one is quite weird, because it's in the same tree as the resolve runes, like as overgrowth, etc. So putting an option there that grants you the tenacity, I do not necessarily know if that is the play. I think it needed to be in another line, like the first one, I think, maybe. Maybe it would be too broken, I don't know. And yeah, empowered attack has been adjusted. You can't auto-attack minions and monsters anymore with the bonus damage, and it only works on champions. So for junglers, this rune has been nerfed, as he says now. For laners, it has been buffed. Okay, and now we move over to the 12 new items. Terminus. Terminus is an item that is very, very cool. Okay, it builds out of a BF sword and a recurve bow. However, let's just go back for a second. So what does Terminus do? Terminus deals bonus magic damage on hit. You also gain magic resist and armor, as well as magic pen. And not only magic pen, but also physical pen. The thing is, you can stack it up to 5 times, and you see the numbers, so you have up to 30% pen, and this is up to 20% pen. Wait, let me use this. Up to 30%, up to 20%, and you gain armor and magic resist. So what you have to do is you just have to auto attack, and the first auto attack gives you a stack of the one thing, and the other next auto attack gives you a stack of the second thing. So this means, as a champion that deals magical damage, I think this could be very interesting to look into because it can grant you so much pen. So which champion could be benefiting from that one? I don't know yet, but I'll find out. I think Kale. I think this is a Kale item. Yeah, most certainly it's a Kale item. I can definitely imagine a Kale item. You see, first auto attack applies 35 damage on hit, then they alternate between dark and light, befitting of the theme of the patch. And but this is most certainly a Kale item. Also press the attack. This is a very good patch for Kale, no? Like a very good one. Because I can pretty much imagine you just go crazy on it items with this one. So now we go over to the item adjustments. And they're basically split between 6 items that are light ones and dark ones, or ruined ones. Ruined ones have a drawback and light ones are just generally buffed. But here, okay, let's take a look at this. What has changed? First off, the price tag has been increased by 200. For mid lane, this means you probably won't get your first item around the objective plus boots. On the other hand, the item has been buffed. You gain 10% more movement speed and 5 to 10 pen. I can also just, I'll just give you the translated version, or attempt giving you a translated version. But yeah. Okay. I'll just put, should I just put it like a little frame here and just wait? Cause, yeah. Anyway, Borg is 200 gold cheaper. Not only this, Borg isn't only 200 gold cheaper, it has also 2% more vamp. It deals 1% more damage. And it has a unique drawback now. You reduce... What? Wait, let me check. Was it the drawback on Blade already? Or was that one buffed? Yes, it is a ruined item. Which means that you lose 60 to 150 base health by purchasing this item. Crazy. And the 40%, by the way, is movement speed buff compared to 25. So you have, this is the damage you still deal and magic damage, and this is the movement speed you steal. Infinity Edge, okay, what happens here? Infinity Edge, price tag is 200 gold cheaper. 80 and crit is the same. Change is the item here grants you 20% more crit damage, but again, you lose 120 to 180 HP. I'll just put the other version just slightly behind, okay? I think that's fine. This here is a movement speed slow by 5. What else changes? All the other values are the same. Still 50 base AD, still the same. Still 35%, still 75% shielding. This here is a change. I think now it removes all tenacity, like it removes all CC and grants you 50% tenacity. And this one didn't remove all CC once it procs and granted you just 30 tenacity. And this one is just 4 seconds of tenacity, or 50%. But I think it removes every CC apart from 2 forms of hard CC. I'll show you the screenshot after this instantly. Rabadon's death cap, what do we see has changed? Price tag is the same. Ability power, 10 less. You lose 50 to 80 HP, but you gain a 5% higher instant scaling and a 10% higher ceiling scaling. So you gain a lot of extra AP for just a little discount of your max HP. That one is a banger. So, Infinity Orb. It's 300 gold more expensive. Okay. However, it gains 5 AP. Keeps the movement speed, keeps the magic pen. And here we have a 10% increase for the threshold of it being activated, like the bonus damage applying. That's quite a nice change. So you die even faster, because keep in mind, Rabadon buff, this buff, that's a lot of extra AP and damage, wouldn't you agree? I would be very much concerned about this type of gameplay. Horizon Focus. This one I do not understand even with the translation. So number one, it is 300 gold more expensive. It loses its health, like this is gone. It gains 10 AP, 5 haste. And to my understanding, if you hit an enemy that is 600 or more units away, you will reveal this target for 6 seconds. And you will deal 12% more damage to that one. And this one here, I do not understand even with the translation. So I don't know what to think of this item just as of yet. Harmonic Echo, so what do we see? The item is becoming a lot more expensive, which is technically a nerf, because getting the item earlier is very OP, because the item is very annoying to deal with. What else do we see? We see the stats are the same. The healing has been reduced by 5 flat, but we see a new modifier. This modifier here. This modifier, if my Chinese isn't trolling me, equals that per 10 ability haste, this healing is increased by 1%. Is that correct? Because the translation is a little bit wonky. Next up, we have Warmogs. So what does Warmogs do, my friends? Warmogs now reduces the attack damage, like this here is attack damage, by 10 to 15. The item is the same price tag, has the same stats, but you now need 1150 bonus health for it to activate rather than 950, which means you don't get away with boots and this item plus a rune anymore. You don't get away with boots, this item, and your support item anymore. So you need more to have this item being efficient as your first item. So this is like nerfed for first item. Like you need something else now, I think. You need like another ruby crystal to activate it. But you gain another new passive which regenerates 0.3% of your HP per second. Even in combat. Let's talk for the obvious changes. We have a 300 gold price increase. These stats do not change at all. Nothing here changes, but oh yeah, okay. All of this remains the same, but you also heal for this damage you deal here. Like for this, you heal for this. So yeah, that's basically the change. Now we have Amaranth Twin Guard. Again, Amaranth Twin Guard will now remove 5 to 10 AD. The item is same price tag, same stats. And are there any other things? Yeah, the percentages change, right? Yeah, here we have 30% and here we have 35%. And this is after 3 seconds. Yeah, so it activates after 3 seconds and grants these stats but removes 5 to 10 of your base AD. Or maybe I don't know if it's base AD or bonus AD. This is very important. And here, ladies and gentlemen, Hullbreaker gone, Crab Rave. Needlessly large rod loses 5 AP, blasting wand loses also 5 AP. And now I'll show you all of the translated versions of the items, which I didn't do earlier. I just explained it with the raw Chinese ones. So if you want to take a look at them, feel free to take a look at them. It's also timestamped, so yeah, here you go. And that's it, my friends. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, check out the channels in the description below. Massive thank you to Mr. Chowsy. Insane content as per usual, and we'll see each other for more RiftGuides content very soon. See ya.